All right, so I want to do a second example of the AOV money close. For this one, it's for a weight loss offer where did I didn't write this one and I didn't write the close, but then I added kind of most of the concepts from the AOV money close in order to increase the average order value, and it did. I think it increased it by like about $20, and the price points on this weren't super high, so it ended up being about a 20% increase in AOV just by changing this copy, which the parts of track change. So you're going to see it. I took out the product name and then the doctor's name to kind of keep this more confidential. Then I realized that the comments on the track changes would show what I did. So after I shoot this video, I'll always highlight these parts that are sort of related to the AOV money close for you. But let me go ahead and read this to you, and then from there we'll look at how it matches up with our checklist here, or the steps. Okay, so the next 137 bottles of product are reserved for readers of this letter, but you must act before they run out of stock. Product is so powerful and so effective that word has already got out. Women across America are discovering this incredible formula for themselves, and they're ordering 6 or more bottles at a time. That way they don't just burn fat in the short term, but they keep their metabolism activated for month after month. It sounds kind of crazy, but it makes sense, especially because there is just so much research showing that when it comes to the ingredients inside of product, the longer you use them, the more pounds you can see melt off, and the more invigorated your metabolism and thyroid hormones are. It's so empowering to see my fellow sisters stepping up and taking control of their bodies and their physical beauty. But of course, there's so many women choosing to order multiple bottles of product at a time. This often means that demand sometimes outpaces supply, and doctor and the team at company are always at risk of running out of bottles, which means women are forced to wait up to 3 months until the next batch is produced. I'd hate for that to happen. Imagine finally being able to throw off that unwanted fat like you're casting aside a wet, smelly blanket, but then when you come back to this website to get your next month's supply, you see a big message in the top right corner that says out of stock. It's not even worth risking, so I've spoken with Doctor and he's promised to reserve the next batch for folks who order through this letter. As long as you're one of the first 137 people who order today, you'll be able to reserve up to 6 bottles of product. That means you can go ahead and stock up on a 6, 3, or 1 month supply of product today, assuming you don't see an out of stock anywhere on this page. And the great news is that the more product you decide to invest in right now, the more you save. You see, while product has a suggested retail price of $69, which is an absolute steal in its own right, on this website only, you'll be able to order a full 6-month supply for just $29 per bottle. Plus, I've also gotten Doctor and the team at company to agree to provide a discount on a 1 month or 3 month supply too. It's not quite as big as that 6 bottle discount, but it's still quite a savings. And on top of that, Doctor and company are going to pay your shipping when you order today as well, as long as you're in the US. So that means you don't pay anything for delivery. Gonna skip ahead a little bit here, right? And then get to like, within the first month, people will be telling you that you've never looked so good. After 3 months, people will begin to mistake you for a woman half your age. They'll be surprised that a hot mom like you looks so good. Your friends, family, and colleagues will beg for you to share your bottle of product with them. In fact, they'll pay you any price. And after 6 months, if you live in a college town like I do, don't be surprised if a frat boy tries to chat you up. Of course, I never date a younger man, but it's a nice compliment. All right, blah, blah, blah. Sound good? Then place your order of product by choosing from the 6 month, 3 month, or 1 month options below. Just click on the package you want. You'll be taken to the order page and review your order. And you risk nothing, right? Of course, I'm convinced you're going to see life-changing results in 30 days, and that your transformation will only continue to get better over time. In fact, I'm living proof of it. The bottom line is that the longer you use product, the better the results could be. So I've worked with Doctor to make it possible to get the full weight loss power from product. And so basically, if we look at it now and based on the track changes, like where did that match up? So packages are limited, out of stocks are real. Well, first of all, definitely limited. 137 bottles are reserved. You must act before we run out of stock. Customers keep ordering the larger package and reordering. Women across America are discovering this incredible formula for themselves, and they're ordering 6 or more bottles at a time. That way they don't just burn fat in the short term, but they keep their metabolism activated for month after month. The more you use the product, the better, right? Sounds kind of crazy, but it makes sense, especially because there's just so much research showing that when it comes to the ingredients inside product, the longer you use them, the more pounds you can see melt off, and the more invigorated your metabolism and thyroid hormones are. So again, It's so empowering to see my fellow sisters stepping up and taking control of their bodies and their physical beauty. But of course, there's so many women choosing to order multiple bottles of product at a time that often means that demand sometimes outpaces supply. And I'm aware this is kind of an awkward thing. And doctor and the team at company are always at risk of running out of bottles, which means women are forced to wait for 3 months until the next batch is produced. So again, packages are limited. Customers keep ordering more. The more you use the product, the better. Kind of remind them again that they're limited. We don't have the experts say to use a larger package, although the spokesperson is a doctor, so it's kind of implied. But we do have here's life with the different packages, and life with the biggest one is the best, right? And it's a little out of order on this one, but the actual call to action doesn't happen until down here. But right after within 1 month, within 3 months, and then within 6 months. So again, the best results are with the biggest package, and then going back up to here, small discount for the smallest package, largest discount for the biggest package. Product is a suggested retail price of $69, but you can order a full 6 month supply for $29 per bottle, and you get a discount on the 1 month and 3 month supplies too. It's just not quite as big, but it's still quite a savings. So again, we have that, and then if you have a call to action, click, place your order of product by choosing from the 6 month, 3 month, or 1 month option below. So CTA mentions the biggest package. So it's still checking pretty much all those boxes, and like I said, this increased the AOV by like $20+ just by making these changes. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense and is valuable. And yep, that's it.